In this episode, I get a brand new profile picture. Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Exploring Photography right here on Adorama TV. I'm Mark Wallace, and there's a little secret that you might know, and that is I desperately need a new profile picture for my social media accounts. And I really don't want to create a self-portrait like I did before, and so I have three spectacular photographers that are joining me right now. I've got Mr. Daniel Norton, Mr. Seth Miranda, and Mr. Gavin Hoey. And here's how this is going to work. I have given them carte blanche to do whatever they want. They can shoot any kind of profile picture they want to, and then I'm going to post their results on my Instagram account that's listed right here, and then you get to vote on your favorite, and whichever one gets the most votes will become my profile picture. So the pressure is on these guys, and so who wants to go first? It's Mr. Daniel Norton. We're going to do that right now.
Hey guys, I get to be first here, so I'm going to take advantage of all the equipment and use up all the batteries before everybody else gets to go. That's my trick here to get the best shot. But I've got Mark here. I'm just using some V-flats here, creating a giant fill light. I mean, I set it up like this. This is actually a pretty safe light if you want to just shoot, say, somebody who's you know, not super beautiful, but Mark is beautiful. So you know what that means. We added the beauty dish. So this is going to give him shape and form. I actually figured each light out separately. This is my fill, giving a nice spread across. Shape and form with this one. We're going for a really clean shot, so we know what Mark looks like. Everybody knows who Mark is. I don't need to oversell it. No cameras in the shot, none of that kind of stuff. Just straight up, nice, pretty shot of his beautiful blue eyes. In black and white. Just like that. We want to get some personality. That's it. Good. So even though Mark is a really fun guy and we hang out, you know, I want to shoot this really serious, kind of a really formal portrait with this, so we keep it living. So we're going very straight face, very intense with the eyes, you know, to give a different vibe to it, make it a little different. So, plus I think your current picture is a little serious because you're probably thinking about, why am I metering myself?
Exactly.
Right, exactly. So, yeah, so we're going a little more serious here. You know, when you're shooting a portrait of somebody, people have many facets to them. So sometimes you go serious, sometimes funny. I'm a serious guy.
I'm Seth Miranda, and from my setup against the great Mark Wallace, not against him, but against Gavin and Daniel for his amazing profile. So I thought about, he said, I need circular, I need square. So I wanted to go with the vignette look in the background. So the first thing I did was I pulled out this decorative grate so that it has a little bit of a tech feel behind him. It'll have a texture. It's not just a seamless paper that's smooth. Blue gel behind him, tight reflector on a B2 pack. I did a key light with a grid, so it's a 2-foot octa. I had to flag it, I had to keep it tight because once this light hits this grid, I lose that silhouette, I lose the whole feel of that circle that I'm making behind him with the vignetted light. And just to break him out from that a little more, I dusted in a little bit of light with the strip 1x3 on another B2. And because it's such a tight light, and because all the light here is just going into a void, I'm pulling in the Brooklyn reflector you guys know so well, right? So, with Daniel's Hasselblad, I'm just going to cap off some frames. So Mark, if you do me a favor, just look a little bit to the light, turn your head to me a little bit slightly, relax a little bit. Remember, this is fun, remember.
Yeah.
And we're just kicking off frames, we're letting him relax, and we're just going to get Mark Wallace being the best Mark Wallace he can be, which is, oh, not that, definitely not that. And if you see, we're just framing him out with a nice silhouette circle, and in the end, we have a sculpted face. He's not flat, he's separate off the backdrop, and he can use it as a square or a circle or a tiny little thumbnail. I think we're good to go.
So I'm Gavin Hoey, and I get to photograph Mark Wallace. Fantastic for his shot. Now, this is going to be a social media picture, so it needs a few things. It needs some character. And I thought for that, well, Mark's a bit of an expert at lighting, so let's give him some lights to actually hold, like they're sort of ray guns. Also, it needs to work in various formats. So I've weirdly set my camera, for the first time ever, to a square format. Although, because I'm shooting RAW, my final pictures will be rectangular, but I will see them in the viewfinder as square, one of the advantages of the mirrorless system like my Olympus. That's fine. The last and most important thing by far is Mr. Mark Wallace himself, because if he just stands there going, I'm really bored, and you see that social media picture, you're not going to follow him. So we need some excitement. Right, so here's the lighting scenario. I've got a softbox that's a reasonable size. It's going to be a headshot only, so I've turned it on its side, so it's just going to light his head and shoulders. That's all that needs to be lit. That's going to be the light on Mark's face. you can see that he is holding a couple of Profoto lights. Those he's actually going to fire at me. Yeah, that's going to be fun. Okay, so let's see how this works. Just take a test shot and see what we get. Right, here we go, Mark. All right. Okay. Brilliant. Okay, so test shots. You get the idea immediately how this is going to work. I'm going to get some flare. There's going to be some post-processing to bring back some of the contrast, but that doesn't matter. What's way more important right now is that we have some fun, because if you're not having fun with your photography, you're not doing it right. Ready for some fun?
Ready for some fun.
Let's do this. I'm ready. Here we go. Okay, which is good. I'm going to change the power of the lights. Now, that's a good point. When you're doing this, it's a little bit dangerous. Things are going to go wrong. Not every picture is going to be a winner. So look at the pictures and change something. I'm going to change the power of these lights down ever so slightly. Okay, let's change. They're on separate groups, so we'll just do each group down a stop and do the same again. Here we go again. Hey, fantastic. So these are a little bit less powerful. Gives me a different look and feel. With a slightly less flary shot, I get to see a bit more of Mark's face. You can decide whether that's a good or a bad thing in the comments below. Awesome. We're pretty much done. I mean, we could stop right there and have a winning shot. Right, done. There you go. That's how you do it. Quick, in, out, get the shots. Let's go have a coffee.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
That was tons of fun. Thank you guys so much. I have listed their Instagram accounts, all their social, in the comment section of this video, so make sure you check these guys out. Make sure you watch them on Adorama TV and on Instagram and live, and they're everywhere. So check it out. And don't forget to vote on your favorite picture, because pride is on the line. Thanks again for joining me, and I will see you again next time.